October 20th, 10 a.m., District Court, room number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Mrs. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. And she's smoking
in the court.
Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez, I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. Must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Witness testimony the day of the murder.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp, it ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks at the table in front of the trailer. We found Hemmer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1.
Hang on. Does that look... That doesn't look like the Steel Samurai costume, does it? No, it's not.
No, it's like someone took it off him.
Yeah.
That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you.
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk with that monkey's head toppling over.
Okay, so the van's been added. Manella used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer. Hang on. You won't be able to get through that because
you don't drive through where the monkey head is, you walk. So they would have to drive out one side of the studio and drive in the other side.
Yeah, but there's no evidence that shows there's an actual path though. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
I also thought that was going to go, I got him to give me a piggyback.
I doubt he could carry her. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do this.
It's time to do.
What?
I said it's time to do. I did the thing. It's time to do.
I was gonna say it's Leroy Jenkins, and he just jumps over and starts fighting the boss. Anyway, the day of the murder.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if you can just press on that is all.
By yourself.
Yes.
And you didn't stop in at the employee area?
No.
Are you always this... terse?
Yes.
Oh dear. Did no one leave during the meeting?
No, no one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony.
Bashes hand against table. Fuck you, Edgeworth.
The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. You can see the steam coming out of his ears.
I'm guessing the noise he makes when he goes, is like, you know what the thrumps make in Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering?
No. Meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think, come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Oh, oops, hang on. Hold on. You had Sal take you. What does that mean?
Means what I just said. Take me now here in Studio 2, Sal.
Fucking hell.
I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, alright.
And what were you doing?
That's me. What were you doing during that time? Vasquez just looks over to him. Stop banging your table.
Don't.
There we go.
Every time. Don't hit your desk.
Fuck you, I'll hit my desk all I want.
It irritates me.
Well, fuck you, we don't like you smoking in here. It's a no
He sits there and goes, I've got a new way to make her confess. Just bangs the desk rapidly.
Edgeworth catches on. The judge joins in with banging his gavel.
Yeah, Mr. Wright.
Oops.
It was a 15-minute break.
It fucking works. Do you have someone who can verify this?
Sal?
No, I mean someone else.
One person is enough?
No. If she committed the murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If she had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere.
Well, she was fatigued, so she couldn't have eaten the steak.
That was to go to the...
But I don't know, that's
No,
what I was guessing.
There was a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so that's only when... But yeah.
Did we miss something?
No, we didn't. You can't miss anything. Because I'm pretty sure, if I remember the scene properly, at Studio 2 there's 2 plates. One is a steak, has steak bones on it, the other one doesn't have it on it.
Oh, okay.
But it is weird, I think... Ha! As I thought.
God.
You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in an employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak.
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Miss Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. Yeah, see? Yet there was no bones left on the there's no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare.
Ooh.
Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone?
She just looks at him, pulls one out, and starts crunching the steak in the bone.
I was gonna think, my dog. My dog has the bones.
I should probably say something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I think I know.
You ate
You
the
ate
bone.
the bone. You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat steak.
She ate the bone too. Go for it.
Nah. It's obvious she didn't have a steak. Also, it's weird because didn't Sal say he had a T-bone steak? In his testimony, he said he had a T-bone steak.
Yes. But what if he's just covering for her?
Maybe.
Because he's scared of her.
Or it's just...
her friends and their erasers.
What?
Sal is scared of her friends and their erasers?
Oh. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. What? I see?
It was an incinerator?
Yeah, there is one.
Oh.
It's that little chimney thing against the door, near the door.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, I'll see if we can bring it up in the court records. Not that one, not that one, not that one. We won't be able to see it with the van, but okay. Yeah,
Oh,
there is
okay.
one.
Okay.
Then what was Miss Vasquez doing her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? No, she's not picking on Salmonella. Unless he paid. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of...
Yeah, sorry.
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it.
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that the day would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
You're not Moriarty and I'm not Sherlock Holmes, so this is not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. Any day, any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes.
I imagine you can see a woman of petite stature.
You have hired goons.
How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
I think you could and couldn't you?
It isn't petite. Have you seen the picture where it shows Edgeworth and Phoenix on either side of the courtroom and her there? She's quite big.
Well... Yeah, but the thing is, she's claiming she's petite.
No.
So... But again, she has hired goons, as we've seen, so you couldn't, could you?
She probably just got Manoa to do it.
Nah. I think you would have a great difficulty using that weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
Huh. You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Me?
The Steel Samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
Oh, it was the...
Defense. What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim, but was there any blood on it? I approve, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah, we have...
I have proof that the samurai spear, was not the murder weapon. Yeah, it would be the 5-year-old photo. Because that was the thing. When you went to Studio 2, one of the things was bent.
Yeah.
Plus, also, I think that's the same one. Yeah, that was the same one that was bent there. So. Wrong, Mr. Wright. I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough of all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. I can prove that the spiel was the not... Wait, what? Oh, I think we jumped the gun a little.
Oh.
That's probably the right bit of evidence. It's the right bit of evidence, but we haven't connected it correctly yet.
Yeah.
I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone had fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
So this is where the...
Yeah, I can tell you, and then we present the photo. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? And no, do not reference me presenting the photo from earlier. I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. I present you again the photo. Look at this photo. What is it, Mr. Wright? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. He had the high ground, and look what happened to his victim. Order. If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. And Mr. Powers will be found guilty because we've gone over 3 days already. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is the photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was close kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced through his chest?
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It was 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jackhammer outside of the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She grabbed him by the head and kneed him in the gut and threw him on the signpost. She's a...
That's about right?
Well, I was about to say, before she was a producer at the Global Studios, she used to be a former pro wrestler.
I could see that.
I can see it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Okay. Wait a minute, but by that logic, wouldn't that be broken? Or might he tumble?
If it was low enough, he would have. If he was low enough, his the center of his body mass would have just thrown him straight over.
But wearing that
His center
suit,
mass
though,
wouldn't make a difference.
just like that, Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago.
Jeez.
That sounds off. It's like as it's saying, like, just like how he did it himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I can't say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way he caused another man to die? 5 years ago?
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Is it?
No. Ho ho, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny what I say is true.
Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer as you say, that the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? And returned it to the trailer and all in space of 15-minute break? The van!
Yeah, the van.
How could I have disposed of the body?
I'm surprised she managed to. If she did use the van, which I'm guessing she did, I'm surprised she managed to drive down to Studio 2, get him out of the Steel Samurai costume, hit it, and got him into the Steel
Salmonella probably helped her. Or her minions helped her.
True. Okay, fair enough. The
break in the meeting. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death? They carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume. There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
She could, or she had another way?
She had another way, because we gotta present the van. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was no way for you to carry the body.
Interesting, let's hear it then. There was a way for you to carry the body.
Yeah, the goons put him in the back of the van and then she drove the van. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Okay. So have you ever heard of the peasant railgun? In D&D, this is what happens. You hire 300 peasants, they line up in a line, and they get a javelin, and they pass it down from one another very quickly until it gets thrown off by the last person into the enemy. She did that, but with her goons and with Mr. Hammer's body.
Yes. Unfortunately,
the present railgun does not work that way. Especially in D&D. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before anyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate's costume.
Hold on, right? Don't forget it was Salmonella that drove the van.
Yeah, but that was afterwards.
Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator?
Of course he was. Of course Salmonella had to be a co-conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Silver Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Miss Temer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator there. So those things...
Yeah.
Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
I win?
Elixirs everywhere.